Every so often, stop and let me say what you are reading, okay? When Mom got her new car, no one else was allowed to drive it, not even Dad.
I'm sorry, she said to me, but the home that all the trash is just no color. I don't want Mom to look like that. I'm afraid you only needs my color. And then I had a mission.
Okay, I'm sorry, she said to him, but look at all the scratches and dents on your car. I don't want mine to look like that. I'm afraid you can only use my car in an emergency.
Then laughed. Oh, what to be not shiny new car. My back be like hip, but it was real.
Okay. Oh. Dad laughed. All right, you keep your shiny new car. Mine might be a heap, but it runs well.
So Mom took Dad and got some bar in her car. She was the boss, not dirty shoes, not ashy, not she become, not better box at the window. The should that in my boba to my example, which was a return for dog.
Okay, sometimes Mom and Dad and the children Sometimes Mom took Dad and the children for a ride in her car. She was very fussy. No dirty shoes, no ice cream, no chewing gum, no finger marks on the windows. The children thought it was more fun to ride in Dad's old car, which was always dirty and full of junk. Chapter
2. One day when Mama had book. Don't want to take their son to the beach. It's converted. He won't get on his own, but he couldn't better it. He said to the son, well, you wouldn't say that we had an image of how we had double this. That's what after could we all take Mama card.
One day when Mom was at work, Dad wanted to take the children to the beach. His car wouldn't go. He worked on it all morning, but he couldn't fix it. He said to the children, wouldn't you say that we have an emergency on our hands? Definitely, they said. That's just what I thought. Good. Well, let's take your Mom's car.
Oh, shame on you.
Shame on you.
That was very carefully with Luetke. He made sure that
Dad was very careful with Mom's car. He made sure the children's shoes were very clean and he wouldn't let them eat food in it. He drove them to the parking lot by the beach and locked all the doors. Sun and sea, here we come, he cried. Put S's and past tense on words, okay?
I said I'd better buy some flowers. On the way home, he said, the biggest bitch have kept it.
Now I will read after you. You read.
Boomba the summer hat. You were at Easter. That summer grabbed. We thought maybe there were for love. Boom, Dad.
I think I'd better buy some flowers on the way home, he said. The biggest bunch I can find. For Mom, the children asked. Who else, he said. The children laughed. We thought maybe they were for your funeral, Dad. My list. Next time we will discuss these words, okay? Next time we will discuss these words. I would say that there's several vocabulary words that we need to go over, like post, even though she told me that before the story started, she didn't read that word correctly, and embarrassed, a word that I used as I was introducing the story. Most of the words, however, have to do with derivations at the ends of the words, verb inflections or derivations like scratches, theirs, sometimes, fussy. And the literature tells us that being able to distinguish those words are very, very important. And so since we have a mechanism for doing that, I'm going to want to go back and talk a little bit about in my word work and make sure that Marcy is focused on the difference between like fussy and fuss, or wouldn't and would, etc. She even added affixes to the word carefully, and the word was actually careful. So we're going to go back and talk about those during some of our word work in our next session. I've set up this lesson so that we have it broken down into 3 to 5 parts, assuming that in a normal week you might not have 5 chances to work with a child. So in the next session you'll see us continuing what we would do with this same story.